Good morning. Today is November 24th, 2021, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Taiji Sword. I'm running a little behind this morning. Stuff. Not going, we're going to talk about Taiji Sword this morning. So, one of the things that I didn't do because of stuff is think about what we're going to do in this class. So, let's review a little bit. Start out with review a little bit, and then I'm going to see what happens, see where that goes. Probably be a short class today. I have good things. I have a couple of things that I need to work on. So I can pay the bills. And that has gotten me to be a little distracted this week. All right, and there's other stuff as well. But like I said, I'm not going there. I'm not going there this morning. All right, so sword practice. Let's get started with that. I'm not going to do warm-ups. We are going to go slow, and there's going to be a lot of review today. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is do a little warm-up. Right. So a little bit wider than shoulder width. Horse stance. High horse stance. Right. Now, stay up here. And come across 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to turn around and go to the other side. All right, so you can follow me. Put your other hand wherever you would like. It should. I'm probably going to put mine right here, the lower Tantian. Put it in back, and put it in front. I don't care. Just move it out of the way because you only need one right now. All right, a little bit wider than shoulder width. And come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn the wrist, 9. Turn the wrist. Pay attention to the edge of the blade as you slice across. All right, relax. Talked about this previously, and so just a little bit. All right, you see where my hand is in my hand? This is right here in my hand. Okay. Slow it down. Okay. You don't need to let your hand be quite that loose. Okay, but the skill and the dexterity that you get from just this carries through everything else that we're doing. Okay, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Pay attention to the hand as it turns. Okay. That turn. As you bring the blade down, pay attention to the idea that that is a slice. The changes here, again, what we want is the sword to be an extension through the hand. And it should stick. It's going to stay in my hand. Whatever else I'm doing with it, it's going to stay in my hand. That is a skill. It takes, I talked about this previously, it takes a bit of practice, right? Paying attention to how you hold the blade. Makes a big difference, excuse me, makes a big difference in what you are then able to do through the forms. Alright? So with this idea, let's review just a bit the first part of Wudang Taiji Sword. Feet together, stand straight. Just a little bit. We're only going to review a few moves. And relax the breath. Open the back. Salute. Ready, breathe in. And breathe out. Sink. Open. Turn. Across and down. Same as the opening for Wudang Taiji. 1, 2, 3. Shift back. Change hands. Up. Out. Across. Up. Right there. All right. So as I come through here, I'm going to review a little bit. Make sure as you take your sword that you leave room for your other hand. Okay? As we come out, shift, change hands. Right here. Slice, yes. So, if my hand is down here, it's going to be awkward to try and change hands. My hand is here. I got space for my other hand. Alright? Shift. Alright, as we turn this here, pay attention to the hand. Alright? Here, come across. This turn, okay, stab downward, but pay attention, come across, again, this hand, across, down, and in. We're doing this together with the move, right? So there's a little bit more energy, a little bit more kinetic energy. We're moving, right? Open, shift back, up, across, and down. This downward, again, paying attention to, it's not the flat of the blade for sure, okay? Paying attention to this downward slice. Now, here we go. And ready? Shift back, up, in, across, up, down, and down. as we come around, right here, open, not quite as exaggerated as that, but pretty close. Okay? So we want the sense that this is coming across. And then we're going to turn it, this edge, outside edge, inside edge as we come around. Okay? The energy that you take from the turn should extend through the sword. Okay? So it's similar to what we would do in any of the empty hand forms, that the energy carries through, except that we're going to take it out to here. Okay? That's the edge of the blade. At the end of the blade, we're going to go just past the end of the blade. Just past, that's where you want to think about sending this. Just beyond. So that as you come out, it's through, not at. That extension through matters. If we're thinking about going at something, right? The effort is focused at the edge, right? I'm gonna put this down for a second so I can use my hand. Okay, if I'm thinking, I'm gonna come at my hand, right? Here, right? This is my stop, right here at my hand. This is where I'm gonna stop, because I'm thinking I'm gonna get at my hand, right? I want to get going at. It's English. Thinking about the edge, right here. What we want to be thinking about, not the edge. I'm thinking over here. I want to go through, not at, through. That change in thought process, that change in thinking, the way that we approach how we do the movement makes all the difference in whether or not we're able to do movement fully and completely, with or without the sword. Okay? So this idea of extending and going through, keep that in mind. So again, ready? Shift, through, up, go through again, and again. All of it with the idea of going through. Okay? Let's keep going. Sit back. I'm having a day. I'm having a day. More coffee. All right. We're going to work on this just a little bit more. Pay attention as we turn to the dynamic of the turn. Not, can I get there, can I what, but pay attention to the energy that comes through. Not to, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. We need that. We need to pay attention to what we're doing. Okay? But right now, we're repeating some stuff that already covered. The focus, once we have the basic movement, I'm going to step through it. Once we have the basic movement, focus today is on the dynamic and the energy that comes through. All right, I'm going to walk through, I'm going to step through this. Just right here. Ready? Real slow. Shift back. Out. Down. Come around, look at the foot. Turn. Across. Up. Down. Slice. And come back to center. Here. Next. All right. This first part, very first part, little bit faster, not a lot, just a little. And then I am going to speed it up. Just a little this time. I'm leaving myself more room back there. Set. Ready? Shift back. Change hands. Up. Out. Cross. Up. Down. Slice. And center. A little bit faster. Ready? Check your feet. A little bit faster. Sustaining that through the whole form. Maybe not today. But the idea behind what we're doing, we're going to do this again. The idea behind is to pay attention to how this moves. What am I doing here? Right? As you bring the sword around, pay attention to this idea that there's still a slice here. One more time. Moderate speed. Ready? Shift back. Alright. I'm going to turn around, do this other direction. Okay? So just you watch. Knowing where you're going, right? Having that, both the intent behind the movement and the idea that we're going through, not at, makes a huge difference in the way that we move. It does. The skill for the movement combines with the ideas. What's the shape of the form? Where's the sword going? What am I doing with it? Combines with all those ideas and with your intent behind the move. Okay? And for me, this morning, mine is, I'm going through. I have a very clear picture in my mind of what I'm doing, right? And that matters. That makes a huge difference in the way that we actually move. It does. This concept that I'm just going to do some movement, it's if that's all there is, your form's incomplete. Okay? It's first step, got to learn the movements. Second step, what do you put into it? What's going on behind? That was interesting. Sunrise. There we go. All right, so let's keep going a little bit. Just a little. Set. Ready. Shift. Turn. Open. Come around and up. I'm gonna slow it down. As we come around. So here. Yeah. And then this bit with the hand, it has to be solid here and loose enough here so that you can complete. And up. And yeah, my legs are moving with that. Let's do this just with the sword. Not with the full movement, just the sword. And I'm going to turn around so we can do it together. All right, we're here. I'm open to the right. Come around. Turn it over, slice across, and come up. As I come up, bring foot up. As with everything else, when you bring foot up, keep the toes pointed. Pay attention to the knee, not to the foot. Not so much bring the foot. I guess I should say it differently, right? Bring the knee up. Keep the foot tucked, so that your foot's not just flapping out there. It will throw you off balance. The effort, physical effort, right here. As this comes around, I'm slowing it down, up, and up some more. All right, 1, the center, your center needs to hold. You're going to be on that one leg for a minute. Well, not a full minute, but you're going to be on that one leg for just a bit. So as you set, make sure that your body is in good alignment as you come around, so that when this goes up, and I'm going to call this out. Notice, I'm going to try not to take out the garage door opener up here. So I'm here, out, down, across. Take the leg with you, right? As you bring the sword up, bring the leg up. Keep that coordination. It helps. All right. Set. Ready? Slow. Open to the right. Bring it around. and up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Extension. Pay attention. All right, let's do from the beginning up to here. Ready? Shift. And come on up. Through. Cross. Up. In. Down. Slice. Turn. Open. And up. I have an issue with the ceiling. One more time. Shift. Slice out. Come around. All right. Don't lean. I just did a little lean. Don't lean. As we come up, right? You can use this foot to help, but you have to be ready because the foot is going to do something else, right? 1, 2, slice, in, and up. All right, this series, set of moves, should be well connected with everything else. We are, he says a different way, as we're practicing, right? We're taking things apart. The idea behind the form is that it is a continuous series, not do this, stop, do this, stop, do this, stop, do this, stop, do this, no. No. There may be apparent, I'm not going to say this, apparent stops. It's the video, it's not me. I've seen this multiples of times. As we complete whatever the move is, there is part of the extension of energy. There's a part of how we move that keeps going. The video is the internal energy. Video does not read the internal energy. It doesn't. It doesn't. I could maybe put a filter on it and do some fancy highlights or something, but what the camera sees, and I need to make this clear, what the camera sees and what is actually going on, not always the same thing. Pay attention to this idea of continuous motion. How do we get to this place, to this place? I'm not going to go too fast. I'm not going to go too slow either. This is going to be moderate. Okay? It's a little toward the fast end. And yeah, I'm talking about that energy thing in just a minute. All right, set. Shift, up, slice across. Use the energy of the movement. Okay, last part of that was a little sloppy. Do it again, slow it down. Use the energy through the movement. Set. Shift. Come around. slice, open, up, heel, toes, slice around, down, and slice it back. Alright, there's a couple of things. So, first thing, and it's probably pretty obvious in the video, I'm not wearing my sneakers, I'm wearing my other shoes. These are not good shoes for practice. I had a warning. Stuff. Alright. So, as I bring my foot up, I'm good here. But I'm about to lose my shoe as I extend. Alright? That would be the disadvantage of these types of shoes. Right? Great slippers, not so great for practice. Need to have something to keep the shoe attached to my foot. Okay? So, as we move, this is another one of those little things that we have to pay attention to. All right, if I bring my foot up and I do a solid heel kick, my shoe will come off. Yep, will. Go flying. Different shoes. All right, one more time. Not too fast, not too slow, and let me review, before we do that, let me just, we're here, heel, toe, don't worry about the kick this morning, okay? Just worry about how I do that. As I come down, slice down, come around, tip of the sword, step through, and come up. Again, it's not, let me just put my hand here and take this, no. In, slice through. This intent, again, makes all the difference in how we move. The relaxed, fluid, continuous movement that we take from Taiji Sword here, right, helps us to extend that through the blade and to bring up the internal energy that we need to extend the energy through the move. If you're not, I'm going to talk about this again in a minute. Let's, one more time, two more times. First time, I'm going to go through up to here, up to where I just did. And I'm going to go slowly, not too slow, slowly. Pay attention to the connection between each move and the direction for the sword. What are we doing as this comes through? Set. Center. Shift back. Through. Up. In. Through. Open. Come around. Up. 1, 2. Slice. In. Step. All of that depends on what I just talked about at the beginning, which is having enough play, enough flexibility in holding the sword that we can move it as we decide to move through the form. One more time. Shift, slice, come up, through, slice. I talked about this idea a little bit of I'm looking for my spot here. Talked about this idea a lot of intent and what's going on behind the move. I'm going to do one time, very quiet, very quiet. No extra nothing. Very quiet, with the idea that I want to create as little movement as possible through each of the moves. Very delicate, very light, smooth all the way through. Ready? Make it light, make it smooth, connect everything. Shift. Light, smooth, nice connections. Now, a little more energy with the idea that I've got a blade in my hand. I'm going to use it. Set. Shift. That idea, that intent, and I'll talk about this again some more another time. That intent, that idea, matters. We just saw that. I just showed you that. First time, light and smooth. I wanted the form to look pretty. Light and smooth. Very nice. Second one, don't get in my way. Bad place to be. This change, all I had to do was think about it. I didn't have to this, I had to. The intent behind the move. Let's do it again with a little bit more of the first one, that light, smooth, not quite so soft, but more on the soft side than the hard side. One more time. Set. Ready? Shift. Come through. and I'm going to say this again. I'm going to close up class in just a second. The shoes are part of why I'm not doing a full kick. Okay? The ability to manage your movement, the ability to decide, I'm going to do this way, I'm going to do this way, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. Whatever we're working on, that ability comes from practice. And do it again, right? Part of why, not all, part of why I'm focused on just this beginning section this morning. We've got some dynamics that carry through the rest of the form. And we have some fundamentals that are absolutely necessary. That series coming up, not today, we're going to work on that. As we move through more and more of the sequence, I guess, is a good way to say it. Move through the form, we develop. It's not a, excuse me, it's not it's not an item of rote learning, right? I can see this, I can know it, and I'm done. I see it, I understand it, and I'm going to practice it. The only way that we develop the skill to decide, I'm going to this, I'm going to that, or whatever it is I'm going to, however it is I'm going to do. The only way to develop that skill is practice. And very much like today, I'm going to one more time, very much like today, we repeat. And we repeat, and we repeat, and we keep going. And each time we repeat, each time we go back through, we can find something a little bit more that we can put into what we're doing. One more time. Do from the very beginning. Not here. Start. Feet together. Feet together, stand straight. Sword should be straight. Salute. Relax the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Sink. Open. Turn. Nice and easy. Okay, pay attention to the blade. All right. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the turns and how we coordinate with the blade next time. I'm going to stop here for today. Appreciate you being here. I cannot begin to say how much I appreciate being able to be here this morning, being able to teach this class, and having folks that want to learn. I cannot say how much I appreciate that. Thank you.